I'm going to do top 5 players of the day.
Oh, let's do
Let's
it.
head on over.
Okay.
Head on over to the board for today's top 5 players of the day. How's that sound?
I like it.
All right.
We got a lot of good ones today. A lot of big moments. So lead us off. Who's at number 5 for you?
Julio Rodriguez.
Okay, I was like, where are we going with this?
Julio
Where are we
Rodriguez
going?
at number 5. I know the Mariners didn't end up winning this game, but I can't speak highly enough about Julio Rodriguez and the superstar that he has already become. I've been saying all year long, I said it before the year started, this guy is a mega prospect. He is the real deal. This guy will be a star. Julio Rodriguez is a star. He had a fantastic year. He had a 1-of-1 regular season for a rookie, and now we're seeing what he's doing on the biggest stage in October, the first playoff run for the Mariners in 21 years, which is pretty much how old he is, which is insane. 2 for 4 today, 3 runs scored, 2 RBIs, a triple, a double, a fantastic game for Julio Rodriguez.
And he hit the ball hard, man. He is fun to watch.
Even his outs.
I know, everything. All right, who you got at number 4?
All right. At number 4, Alex Bregman. Now,
Okay.
1 hit today for Alex Bregman. But
I was like,
But.
big one.
in the 8th inning, Alex Bregman comes up in a 7-3 ball game. Okay? 7-3. Feels like the Astros have their backs against the wall because guess what? They do have their backs against the wall. And it doesn't feel like they have much of a chance. Felt like they kept clawing back into the game and could just never get over that hump. Alex Bregman got them back into the game against Munoz, who's throwing 103 miles an hour, some of the nastiest stuff in all of the league. The at-bat that Alex Bregman put together there that led to a mammoth 2-run homer to bring it to 7-5 was one of the at-bats of the night for the Houston Astros. And what ended up being a night, the 8th and 9th inning had so many guys, and it started with Alex Bregman. Then it goes to Hensley, who had that fantastic walk in his first ever professional playoff game. To do that, think of the nerves for this guy. Going up against one of the best bullpens, against a guy with great stuff, to go up in your first playoff at-bat and to work that walk he did, great at-bat there. There were a bunch of good at-bats, but Alex Bregman's in the 8th, that homer, to get the fans, to get the team, to get the game back together. What an at-bat that was, and for that reason, Alex Bregman is one of my top players of the day.
That at-bat was the beginning of the end. The beginning of the end for the Astros to get the win.
Yes.
Beginning of the end. Thank you. You like my hand movements?
I do.
All right, who you got at number 3?
At number 3, moving on my list, Trey Turner. We mentioned how the Dodgers didn't have much of that first-round bye hangover.
None.
And Trey Turner got that started very quickly with that home run early in the ball game. He had a couple of hits, 2 for 4, a homer, 2 RBIs, a double, a run scored. Trey Turner did it all tonight, as we expect Trey Turner to do. This is the scary thing about that Dodgers lineup. They're all good. So if one guy's slumping, if one guy has a little hangover because he didn't play for 6 days in a competitive game and you need those repetitions, somebody in that lineup is still going to be feeling pretty good. That guy tonight was Trey Turner. There were a couple of really good at-bats from this team throughout the game, but Trey Turner was locked in from the word go, or the words play ball, if you will, and he is here at number 3.
All right, who you got at number 2?
At number 2, Nick Castellanos. I mentioned it earlier. Nick hasn't had a year that he is accustomed to having, but he ended up turning it on tonight. 3 for 5 at the plate, 3 RBIs, a double, a run scored. This is Nick Castellanos, we all know. Friend of the pod, Nick Castellanos, might I add.
Yeah.
A stud of a player, a really good baseball player, a really, really, really good hitter. He's done it his entire career, and then he signs that deal with the Phillies. He comes over, and it's like, okay, these are average numbers he's putting up. When Nick Castellanos, my friends, is not average. But where do you need it the most? You need it the most in the playoffs, and he came through in a big way. 3 for 5, 3 RBIs, and a double. Nick Castellanos had a huge game today.
And speaking of a huge game, who's your daddy?
Who's your daddy?
At number 1?
Is my
It's
number
gotta
1
be.
top player of the day, Yordan Alvarez. What a day. 3 for 5, a homer, the walk-off homer. I'm going to say this again because it's such a mind-blowing stat. The first walk-off home run in Major League Baseball history in the playoffs with a team down multiple runs.
Wow.
Doesn't that just feel wild?
Feels big, important.
It does feel big.
Moment.
And it's also only the second walk-off home run down to a team's last out in playoff history behind Kirk Gibson, which we all know.
Yeah.
You know, the home run, pumping it, you know, that was iconic. What a day. What a moment. What a game. The Astros just felt like they were clawing back into it all day long and couldn't get there. And you know what? They never did get there until that ball went over the fence, and there was never a doubt. Robbie Ray comes in, lefty, comes in as a guy that has never had a save opportunity in his entire big league career, comes in for a lefty specialist to get Yordan Alvarez out, which I think was a little bit of overmanaging. You have a great bullpen, great stuff out there. Trust them to do what they have done all year long. Alas, hindsight is 2020. They did not do that. They brought in Robbie Ray. The moment built and built and built, and the whole world was saying, get to a TV.
Yeah.
We got Robbie Ray, Yordan Alvarez, winning run at the plate, last out, down 2. And what does he do? He hits an absolute rocket for a home run. Astros walk it off in Game 1. Vital for them with Luis Castillo on the mound in Game 2. Their guys are coming up. But Yordan Alvarez had himself a day. And as usual, when he gets me wearing this shirt, it gets me asking, who's your daddy? What a great shirt. What a great night. So that rounds out my top 5 list. Top 5 players of the day.